it is a tight race for the governor's office in Arizona. Republican Kari Lake mounting a challenge against Democrat Katie Hobbs.
Yeah, a crucial race in a border state that's struggling to deal with the growing migrant crisis as well as others. National correspondent Mike Carter is on the ground with the latest here. He joins us live from Phoenix, actually. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're here in Phoenix, where Kari Lake right now holds a slim lead by most estimates over her Democrat challenger, Katie Hobbs. By that estimate, you'd think that the Democrat would want to debate Lake, make her policies known to Arizona voters. So far, though, that hasn't been the case. However, that hasn't stopped Kari Lake from stumping around this state, including last night in Peoria, Arizona, where she spoke to voters and also, at times, when appropriate, calling out the fake news media. As she enters the home stretch of her race to become Arizona's next governor, Kari Lake calling on Arizonans for their vote and calling out the fake news media on Wednesday.
They can say whatever the hell they want. They can lie about people. They can make up stories, and they're fine. But we don't have our freedom of speech anymore.
Pointing out biased press coverage has become a bit of a tradition for the former TV news anchor. Is a biased press in this country creating the illusion of a bigger divide than exists between Democrats and Republicans?
That is a great question. I think it is. I believe that, and I talked about it a little bit tonight, Mike. I talked about it a little bit tonight. I think we're closer together than the press makes us think we are. The American people want a secure border. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat, Republican, Independent. They don't want their children getting their hands on fentanyl.
Policy-wise, Lake says law enforcement nowadays isn't just about fighting criminals, but the press as well.
We need men and women brave enough to take these positions, and we need our media to understand that our men and women in law enforcement are there to protect them as well.
Lake says her Democrat opponent, Katie Hobbs, who refuses to debate Lake, won't stand behind her far-left policies and wants to bring a taste of California to Arizona.
This is somebody who wants to turn us into California, and I don't think there's one person in here that wants us to become California.
I think Arizona is really a state that believes in freedom, individual responsibility. It's not a big government state, and that's what California is. And it's not working there, and we don't want it here.
For Kari Lake, running for governor of a border state like Arizona, all issues can be traced back to just one thing: illegal immigration.
It's so important because that plays into every other problem we have when you think about it.
My profession, I'm in the streets. I see the overdoses every single day. It's gotten really, really bad. The homeless has gotten really bad.
I'm watching everything that's happening to our beautiful state, and it breaks my heart. The border, that's why we are, for many reasons, but the number one thing with Kari Lake is the border security.
Kari Lake is America's darling. She is God's hand-picked answer to prayer. And not only does Arizona need her, but America needs her.
There you go. People are passionate about Kari Lake here in Phoenix and across the metro area here in Arizona. The Senate race here in Arizona also moving to a toss-up now with Blake Masters coming from behind. So a lot of interest in Republicans here in Arizona. It's a very purple state. You have a lot of Democrats. The current governor here, Ducey, is a Republican in this state. He's term limited, though, and that's what makes Kari Lake able to slide into there in 2 weeks' time if she does win this race. Back to you guys.
All right, still no debate, but we see Kari Lake out on the campaign trail. Mike Carter, thank you so much for that report.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting
the truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They
let me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
for real people.